I'm here for you, boss. 100%.
So, I thought, because I've got a lot of game time on GTA, and I bought one or two cars that I might have a little bit of a garage show off, because why not? And just to give you a bit of an example of how many cars I have,
Oh, hi.
I
What can I
will
do for you? How do you
have that
choose
many
between your
garages.
children?
I'm going to go through these as
Have a good day.
briefly as possible. Go to Office Garage 1. We'll start in these. They are sort of in order, my garages, because I'm a little bit OCD with little things. This garage tends to be the more expensive cars that I personally like. I don't have the X80 just because I don't like it. So, therefore it's not in here and stuff like that. Oh yeah, so they're also in price order. There might be one or two out of place, but I'm fairly sure they're in price order. So, T20. I like the darkness with the red. It goes quite well. I don't have my number plate on all of them because I've got, if you can read that, Saints. Because my CEO is called the Third Street Saints, so why not? FMJ. Nice shade of blue. Now, this purple, because I really like midnight purple, I find it just a bit too dark. Like, most of the time it just looks black. Whereas if you do, I think it was graphite with a pearlescent purple, it's almost close. Like, it's a bit lighter, which I like. A bit more expensive, but lighter. Wagner, nice metal colour. The thing that annoys me about this, and quite a lot of other cars, if we get in one quick moment. Look at that, you can't see the speedo. Really does my head in. It's on quite a lot of cars as well. Tempesta. Looks gorgeous at every single angle, except the angle you look at it, because this back just looks horrible. I've just like owned all the Lamborghinis, so I thought I had to buy it. But every other angle, absolutely stunning vehicle. The GP1, aka the F1. Not too keen on the rims actually now I'm looking at them. Probably change those at some point. Same colour as that pretty much, but I thought it went well. It's sort of a nice orange. Prefer it for Lambos, but yeah, well. That's the first floor. I'll probably fast forward throughout the trips to the garages or just jump cut, one of the two. You'll probably also notice I like the colour red as well. I did at one point have too many cars in red and I had to stop using it. And I wish those rims colour actually matched the car. Now this actually isn't in black, believe it or not. If you get it in the right light, it's in a pearlescent green. Yeah. It just reminds me a bit of Saints Row 2 Sons of Samedi style green. Beautiful car though. Goes really fast, very slidey. Obviously it's supposed to be the hoonigan from what? I can't remember his name fully. I want to say Ken Block. Something like that drives. Sterling GT, just because PS3 days, it was double money on heists and I want some classic cars. This gorgeous little machine, I think, is absolute perfection. Costs a bit too much for what it is, but looks stunning. Very slidey also. Now, this car and the car next to it, obviously both classic cars, I got just because the headlights pop up. Because why not? Pop up headlights. Cool stuff. Love this since PS3 days. Good old Entity. I'll show you the amount that I've spent on cars after I've done this garage as well, which is going to sort of be the headline, the title for the video. Because I really don't want to add up everything I've done to the cars, because that would take the living piss. So I'm just going to do what my stat says. PS3 days again. Very rarely use that car. Good car. I preferred this in gold, but I had too much gold, so it's now just sort of Joker themed. Do it to up. Quite nice though. Don't know what I was doing with this. Looks okay, but don't know what I was doing with that. Again, more red. I did also have a garage full of gold cars, so there probably will be some gold cars here and there. But I've changed most of them. Delaria. It's a cool car. Sounds like malaria. Thought I'd get it. This is a great car. The Masako's well, it's not called the Masako, I just call it the Masako. The Masacro, is it? I think is a bit better. But this just looks stunning. The Aston Martin 177. Yes, please. This, to be honest with you, I just like the rims. I don't like the car itself. But I really like those rims, even though you can't do anything with them. Look at that. They're right nice. But can't do anything with them, sadly. Cheater. I've just had this since PS3 days. I never sell cars unless it's for a good purpose or if I literally never use them or don't like them. Let's see how much I've spent on cars in total. Vehicles. Is it in this one? It's not in this one. Is it in Korea? General? Oh no, it'll be in cash. No. £128 million. Yeah, that's all on vehicles and maintenance. Which is obviously, I've had and sold some vehicles, so obviously it's not an exact figure. But it is a figure that is roughly close. Obviously there's Pegasus vehicles and so on. Boats. I even bought a tugboat for some reason. I mean, why not? Right, garage 2. This just tends to be some sporty cars that I had. See, the Jester, I think, is a massively underrated car. It's gorgeous, it's fast, it handles well, it's cheap, and it's bulletproof from the back. What more could you want? Its probably only downside is it's a 2-door, not a 4-door. Well, that's not really much of a downside. Vaca, got it just because it was cheap. It's in that Lambo orange that I'm always putting them in. These Corvettes and this Audi, if you can cast your mind back to even if you played it back then, when online first came out, and the servers were really buggy, and no one could get on, and they gave you that free 500 grand, these are two of the cars I bought. So I've had these cars that long. Like, if I had to get rid of every car and keep one, I'd probably keep this Audi. Just because I've had it that long. I don't really use it. But oh well. The Vigoro just looks clean. I have put that on. I'm probably going to take that off at some point. I don't really like it with the back. I don't know why I've put it on. But I think the colour I've put on looks nice. It's sleek. Roughly the same colour as this, but it looks better on that. Turismo I bought on day of release as well, just because it was beautiful. It's probably one of the best, like, all-round supercars. Price tag included. There's not really much to say about this. It's James Bond. You've got to, if you've got the money. And I will admit, I did have hacked money at one point, but it was 5 million. $1 million got took off me, and this is the only car that I have that was bought with hacked money. It is also one of my cheapest cars. But it was PS3 days when I couldn't be bothered to get money. So, we'll sort of blank this one out, shall we? Good car though. I just wanted one for some reason. Phoenix, roughly the same colour as the Vigoro, just looks clean. I like it. The Masacro that I always end up calling the Masako because I thought there was an R in it at one point, and it just sort of got stuck in my head. But probably the best sports car, and it's only like 275 grand, I think. Roughly. Tropos. I mainly only bought because it was really small, rapid, and it had pop-up headlights. But I've also got a clip of me failing to do a stunt jump on it. I say failing. Physically impossible for me to do it because the car couldn't make it, even with loads of boosts. That sucked. This is probably one of the only cars that looks good in just standard orange. It's really underrated as well. For what it is, this is a fast car. This is just a car I bob about in when I've got a bounty. See if people can catch me, because it's actually quite a good car, the Rapid GT. And one of the very few cars I think looks good with a carbon hood. Slash bonnet, whatever it's bloody called. And there is a nice car making some noises outside my house. You know, Ferrari, I've had this for the longest time ever, was also in the gold garage. This was just, I'm guessing, to fill a slot, or because I got the LG Custom. This, because why not? I don't really like it that much. It's convertible, but it's there. This is fantastic. It doesn't turn for anything, but this car is incredible. It's really fast for what it is. And this is the best snow car in the world. Like, you can drift every corner possible with this car. Possibly the cheapest supercar. And I don't know on that one. I'm guessing I just drove in with it at some point. So we'll scratch that one. And now the garage where people are going to think I've got a lot more hacked money than I should have done. And they probably think that I'm lying, when in reality I'm just really fucking sad. Garage 3. The Benny's Garage. I own every single Benny's vehicle upgraded. Yes, I'm that sad. No, none of these were bought with hacked money. But I think I did a good job on quite a few of them. A Tally. Probably the only Benny's car that's in gold, like, as the primary colour. As you can see, the Porsche over there has it as well. But this is really lightweight, really good acceleration, looks stunning. It's just, the only problem is it's really light, like stupidly lightweight. You can just throw it about. This Sultan, I think, is the most beautiful car in the game. There's not a lot to it, but I think it is absolutely stunning. The engine sounds great, it handles great, it's fast. It's just probably one of my favourite cars. Skyline, obviously everyone likes it because of Paul Walker. I just think this looked good, because I was on a mission to own all the Benny's vehicles. The Porsche, again a great car. I kind of like most of the Benny's cars. I don't use most of them, they're just there for show. Banshee, I think it looks good in this colour. I've never been fully too sure on the white stripe down the middle, but this colour with those rims and the red stripe around the tyre, always been appealing to me. This, I just, honestly, I can't stand it. If there was another Benny's vehicle, I would sell this just to get rid of it, just so I could buy the new one. I've had this car twice. I bought the Nero originally. I was like, oh, I bet this will be right good in the customs, do all this, do all that. Ugh, to be honest, I think it looks crap. It gets rid of the automatic spoiler that I thought was incredible. The interior upgrades just make it look even worse. But it looks great normally, so I don't get why they did it. Just puts buttons everywhere. If you look in first person, this is a nice interior. This is the standard interior for the car. Now, if I was to upgrade, well, air quotes, upgrade that, I mean, it suits the Sultan. It does not suit the Nero. It would just go to this. Oh, God, that engine. Oh, sounds good. I'm only going to be speaking a little bit about the cars that are in these first 3 garages, because I've got quite a lot of garages to go to. Because obviously the Benny's garage is cool. I've always thought it is anyway. You might have better looking Benny's cars, I don't know, but I think I've done a good job on most of them. Some of them could look better, like this. This just looks garbage. I literally only own it because it's a Benny's vehicle, along with most of these. The Sabre Turbo, I think this was the first ever thing I bought a shark card for. It looks fantastic. We won't talk about this garbage. Yeah. The pussy wagon. Look at it. Fantastic. Everything's purple and red. You're definitely a pimp in this car. This beast. I don't know why I don't like these rims, but I think it suits it really well on this car. And I don't know why. But I think it actually looks great. Matching white interior. A woman riding a missile, because why not? I don't know what this is supposed to achieve, but it looks good, I think. Now this, I call the Sons of Samedi vehicle from Saints Row 2. It's sort of like the limo. It sort of isn't, but sort of is. Like, if you've played the game, you can at least see what I was going for. And one more floor of this, and I'm just going to speed run through the other ones. I'll fast forward the actual driving of going there. The motorbikes. Then I'm not too keen on the motorbikes. I think the other one looks pretty nice. I never thought white and pink would go to, like, a white and pinky purple would go together nice, but personally I think it does. It's like white, pink, black, purple, gold. With a, I do need to change the colour of that dash because you can't really see anything when you're riding it. But, oh well. This just looks like the other car downstairs. Again, I only own this top floor really because they're Benny's vehicles. But some of them look nice. This kind of looks stupid, but oh well, what are you going to do? The donk, because why the fuck not? Put a donk on it. Jack, no. Nah, 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 nah. This beast. It's got so many speakers in it, it's unreal. Look at all those speakers. It's fantastic. Alright, that's it for these garages. I'm going to probably just take this bike, then I'll go to the garage opposite. This garage is just sort of for random vehicles, like stupid ones, but that are great at the same time. If you catch my drift, you see what I mean when I go in there. There is a random van at the back left, don't know why. But the Raptor. Just because look at it. The Panto. Because why not? The track car. The hot knife. This was a civilian vehicle that you can no longer keep because it doesn't let you in it anymore, so this is technically ultra rare. The Wayne's World reference. The Rhapsody. A hearse because why not? You're killing a lot of people, you might as well shove them in the back. The Frankenstein because it's beautiful. Terrible in the snow. Absolutely abysmal. But it's beautiful. I grew up on Scooby-Doo, so it was a must-do. It's a shame about the interior. Very plain. But it's the Mystery Machine. A random news van. Because why not? We will go out in this. To the next garage. As soon as I remember where the next garage is. Where's the next closest one? And the MC business. I did have everything in here at one point, but I swapped swapped business because it was all the way up top. The Shitaro. I did have a unicorn outfit that went very well with this, but it's deleted itself. Gargoyle, Handkerchief Drag, great bike. Don't use it much. It's classed as my favourite one there for some reason. Akuma, probably the best all-round bike in the game because it's only 9 grand. Hakachu, best wheelie in history if you can do it right. Just look cool. There's something weird about this bike. I don't know what it is, but I've always liked it, but I've always thought it looked weird. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the handlebars or the mirrors. The Sanchez, just because it's another Sanchez, really. And of course, the Fagio mod. Like, why else would you not? Well, why would you not have a Fagio mod? It's brilliant. Right, this is what used to be my main garage. Just got some random cars in here and the story mode people's cars. I've got Audi's Michael. Got Michael's Audi, which, to be honest, I think it looks quite good in these colours. Most people just tend to stick it in black. I kind of liked the metal colour on it. We've got Franklin's Buffalo. Again, I don't think it looks really good in that many colours. I just tend to stick with white. I only wanted it because it was just story mode car. This was the first, not the exact one, but the first ever type of car that I had in the game online. When you get to pick your free car, this was mine. This just because look at its back wheel. Actually, it's huge. Overpriced as fuck as well. This is just a fancier SUV. I kind of just wanted it because it's like, what, 195 grand, is it? Roughly? About that? This, I've had multiple of these. I think, have I got another one of these in the other garage? No, I've only got one of these. I never like any colours in it. I don't know why I've stuck it in green. I don't think it looks very good in green, but that's in green. This I just thought was cool. I kind of wish you could get it in the clean version, not the rusty version, but you can't get the upgrades I wanted on the clean version. Trevor's car, all nice and clean and red. Horns. 6x6, just because, look at it, it's a 6x6, it's a 3-axle truck. Why wouldn't you want it? And the only reason I got this is because it's got a sort, I'm not sure how many people know of it, but it's a sort of a secret feature. If you've got someone driving about and someone else is stood in the back, they won't actually fall over. Yeah. There's those. I'm actually gonna take this to the next garage. Now, this garage isn't full like all the others, because it's still a bit of a work in progress. So I've still got a fair few vehicles to add into this. Right, this is my sort of militarised garage, like I said. Well, I've skipped that bit, so like I've not said. This did have CEO vehicles in it at one point, the armoured versions, but I've moved them now. They've just got sort of military ones. I mean, this isn't really military at all, but it's armoured, so I'm counting it. This, I've got proximity mines on it and the minigun. Again, I don't like the colour. I was going for a theme at one point with this, with my MOC, you know, the Mobile Operation Command Centre, because it looked quite good in that colour. But it doesn't suit up with this, so I need to change that back. Oh yeah, Duke of Death, obviously, it's free. I went for a military look. Dark green, I think it was matte green with, I can't remember what other green that is. But it's green. This because I wanted a 4x4. I used to have one back in PS3 days when they were free, but you can't steal them off Merryweather now. Insurgent, just to ram bastards off the road and take multiple rockets. But now we have this. My APC, my mini... how many people does this fit? Is this 4-man, 5-man? I think it's my 4-man all-terrain boat tank. Awesome. You can never want anything better. And I'm actually going to take this to the next garage. Right. Now this garage, as you can see, is pretty much empty. I've got this garage and two more garages in total. But I've got this garage and another garage that are just full of random crap, really. That I'm putting all my CEO vehicles in here that I'm not going to use because I can just call for free. It's the only reason I bought them, so I can just call them for free. Yeah. Armoured Cognoscenti, it's pretty swanky. Armoured Range Rover, pretty gangster. And the really high suspension Transit. It's also got bulletproof windows for quite a bit. Actually quite good at that. This I just liked. The flag kind of gives it away from where I live now, but oh well. You've got a country to search. But it's decent. The armoured version's better pretty much every way. Well, probably except from looks. I think this looks quite nice. If you got rid of the flag, it'll probably look a bit nicer, but England for the win on my part. This, I just found this like this. I kind of liked it. Nice colour, pre-tinted windows, triple exhaust right at the bottom. Like I said, found it. I thought I'd keep it. And then this. Just 'cause why not? Look at it. It's a complete joke. I thought I'd get it. And it reminded me of that episode of Top Gear where they had to ride through Vietnam with that song on. Don't know why, but it does. To the next joke garage. Right, now before I walk in to this garage, I want you to realise I did this as a piss take. This is not a serious garage. It's a fantastic garage though, nonetheless. It was all to tease one person. Yeah! Photos! Basically, the mini story behind this... This car's gonna be horrible in rain. But the mini story behind this is the only one done up in here. There was a person on my friends list, who I still have. He really wanted a Futo, but he couldn't find one anywhere. Futo being, aka the car I'm in. So, he really wanted one. Probably an unhealthy amount of wanting a Futo for some reason. Luckily, when he wasn't online, they started spawning for some reason. And I thought, you know what? I've got an empty garage. Because I just sorted all my garages out from buying the office buildings. I just completely filled it with Futos and just like, oh, come and have a look at this new garage. And he absolutely hated me with envy. And it was great. And the final garage, I think, I'm pretty sure it is. I'll double check. Check on my map. The secondary motorbike garage. Didn't really like this, but I had a motorbike spot free. I can't remember why, but there was a spot free. So, I bought the Frost. This was my first ever motorbike that I bought. In this exact thing back from PS3 years on my first account, which got deleted because the online, when it first came out, just deleted my character, because why not? This I just thought looked cool. I never use it. I don't use most of the vehicles I own, but this just looks cool. This is just beautiful. This is probably the best thing anyone will ever see. I actually had to cheat in a race by flying on this, just so I could do a jump, because I couldn't physically make it. I liked this. I don't like the way it rides or how easily it gets destroyed. But I do like the way it looks. Let's see I like the little etchings on the little chrome bit. It's either that or I'm going crazy and I'm seeing things. Yeah. I don't know why. Close up they don't look that nice. But it's an extra detail. I kind of like it. This, again, just another bike I don't really use. I like the look of this as well. I don't like the way it handles. But I think I did quite well on this. I've always thought that was a nice orange. Keeping everything clean. It's just another Sanchez, really. Don't really use it that much. Tend to use either the actual Sanchez or the Manchez. This quad is just incredible. It looks ridiculous, but it looks awesome at the same time. I thought the colours I picked were quite nice. Green and black tends to go quite nice. And then the original one. I was so confused the first time I saw this online. I never even saw it on story mode because I've never used Trevor. And I saw it before it was even introduced online, so I just I was confused as hell because I'd never seen it in my life. Then it eventually came out, which was great. And it's quite cheap as well. Pretty sure that that was all my garages. I've been to that. I've been to those three. Been to that. 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 I think where else? Crate warehouse. Bulk hangar. I've got a couple of planes in there. Bunker. Meth coke. Meth cash and there's coke. Yeah, that's all of them. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got some of the cars I've got. If you've got them in different colours. Let me know. Yeah, that's all the cars I bought because I'm sad as fuck. Peace out.